Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. May Allah's peace and blessings be on all of you. This is a continuation of the series Fall in Love with a True Muslim. This is the seventh installment. In the aftermath of the recent Christchurch mosque terrorist attack, non-Muslims are in a shock after witnessing accounts of victims' relatives who have been models of patience and forgiveness. But all of it should not come as a surprise to a believing and practicing true Muslim, because ultimate success for a true Muslim is approval of his Lord and paradise in the hereafter. Approval of Allah is in patience, perseverance, good deeds, and forgiveness. There are many verses emphasizing this fact in the Holy Quran, like in chapter number 3, verse 134. Those who give in times of both ease and hardship, those who control their rage and pardon other people, Allah loves the good doers. The same message is repeated in chapter number 3, verse 17. Those who show patience, firmness, and self-control, who are true in word and deed, who worship devoutly, who spend in the way of God, and who pray for forgiveness in the early hours of the morning. And in chapter number 2, verse 153, O you who believe, seek help with patience, perseverance, and prayer, for God is with those who patiently persevere. Such an attitude is displayed by Fareed Ahmed, a Christchurch attack survivor who lost his wife and many friends in the attack, but still remarkably forgives the attacker.
Of all the survival stories, there'd have to be a few more remarkable than this man, Farid Ahmed. He managed to escape the gunfire in his wheelchair. Sadly, his wife and dozens of his friends were killed. And look, I had the pleasure of spending the day with him yesterday, and his attitude to loss is amazing, but his thoughts on the gunman, well, they're even more remarkable. Have a look at his story.
We heard the gunshot, and I saw the door just in front of me. People were trying to rush out. Some of them were bleeding, limping, screaming. And the immediate thing came to my mind, today is my last day.
Farid Ahmed thought his number was up, but he now describes himself as an unlikely survivor of Friday's massacre at the Al Noor Mosque. Wheelchair-bound, he somehow managed to flee as the bullets flew, dashing out a side door and hiding behind a car. Then the 56-year-old was the first person to head back inside when the gunfire stopped, only to discover that dozens of his friends were dead. Just how many bodies do you think you saw once you went back into the mosque?
Probably about 40. And the bullet shell was all over. Went in the main room, looked at the right side, horrible. Most of the dead bodies were on the right side.
But his main concern was finding his wife of more than 2 decades, Husna.
I started looking for her. I didn't know where she was. I don't know where my wife is. She was in the ladies' room. I received a phone call from a police, and he said, I know you personally. I know your wife personally. So I want to tell you, you should not be waiting here any longer. She's not going to come home.
The hardest part for you, though, was having to tell your 15-year-old daughter.
She said, are you telling me I don't have a mother anymore? And I said, yes, but I am your mother now. You won't be without a mother. I'm your mother. I'm your father. From now, we have to change the role. That's all, we have to adjust.
Do you remember that last look you had with your wife, the last things you said to each other?
Yeah, the last word was, will you be okay? I want to live with the memory that she died to save other women and children. She saved many, and then she was coming for me, and that's when she was shot.
What does that feel like, knowing that she died because she loved you so much that she was coming back to help you?
It makes me feel that she is special, and I can tell this story wherever I can, that we should be like her.
Farid's strength is remarkable, as is the fact that he's already forgiven the man who killed his wife and so many of his friends. How do you feel towards the gunman?
I want to meet him and hug him. If he still hates me, I don't mind. If he hates me, I don't mind. But I want to show my true heart to him, that you are still my human brother. In a garden, you have different types of flowers, but they are staying in harmony. So difference is beautiful, as long as we do not hurt each other. That's what I want to tell.
The satisfaction, bravery, and resolve with which the bereaved are taking this tragedy comes only through absolute belief in Allah. As Amreen Naeem, mother of a 21-year-old who lost his life in this attack, said when asked what is keeping you together in such a circumstance.
The thing that really blew me away today was this woman who I met. Her name is Amreen Naeem. She was on the phone on Friday to her 21-year-old son when he died. Her husband, you have potentially seen the artwork that has been created by an Auckland artist to honour him because he was a hero. He helped people get out of Masjid al-Noor. And he is being remembered and celebrated in his home country of Pakistan, where he came from. He is being honoured, but it was my honour to sit down today with his wife.
My husband, he was like a really nice man. We got married in 1996, and like just after 9 months we had our first son, and that was the like happiest time of our life.
What do you think inspired him to become a hero on Friday?
I know that he was a very brave man, very helpful, very loving. So love can make you do that. What he did, he tried to save people's lives because he was loving.
Can you tell us your favourite thing about your son?
Right from the childhood, he was a very caring person. He was such an inspiration for our children. And we tell our children to be like Talha. My husband and son, they gave up their lives to save other people. And this is what Allah wants from us. It's a religion of peace and love.
Apart from your faith, what keeps you strong at the moment?
I think that's the only thing. That's the main thing. I feel like sad and sad for that terrorist. Yeah, I feel pity for him. That he didn't have love in his heart. He had hate, and he can't feel the contentment, the peace, which we can.
What happens now with funeral preparations? Are they underway?
They are saying that they are doing as fast as possible, but I don't know about that. But they had told us that the deadline would be Wednesday, but we still haven't heard anything from them. And I definitely want to see my son and my husband. Yeah.
Will you go back to a masjid, to a mosque soon?
Oh yeah, that's the thing that I have learned from this. Nothing can stop me. It just has made me stronger. And this is not just me. I have heard from my other sisters. It has just made us stronger.
You are one of the most inspiring people I've ever met. Can I give you a hug?
Oh, sure you can.
For a true Muslim, love for Allah supersedes all other emotions like anger, jealousy, hatred. After submitting whole self to Allah, the only real source of satisfaction for the hearts lies in the remembrance of Allah.
قلوبهم بذكر الله ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات طوبى لهم وحسن مآب.